Walt Disney presents... And now, from the wonderful world of Disney, the conclusion to The Ballad of Hector the Stowaway Dog.
Life upon the ocean can be the best of all, for a sailor finds adventure in every port of call. And many are the tall tales they tell about the sea, but the tale of Hector will wag in history. Who is Hector? He's one heck of a sea dog. Who is Hector? The salty sailor pup. Every friendly seaport was thrilling to explore, and Hector helped his master make friends on every shore. Who is Hector? He's one heck of a sea dog. Who is Hector? The salty sailor pup.
But Hector's trouble started with Herr Danzer, the owner of a small circus traveling with the ship. Danzer was impressed with Hector when he saw him doing tricks, but that was only the beginning. When some of the circus animals got out of their cages, Hector soon proved his mastery of the situation.
Now!
And Herr Danzer was even more impressed.
I don't know what it will take, but one thing I can tell you now. When we get to Lisbon, I got to have that dog.
And so they dog-napped Hector, and Danzer told his wife it was the dog's ambition to try the circus life. But what Hector really wanted was to give them all the slip, leave this place behind him and head back to his ship. Oh, that Hector, he's one heck of a sea dog. Oh, that Hector, that salty sailor pup. The captain gave his first mate until the end of day. By then he must find Hector, for the ship must sail away. Hopefully his master shouted Hector's name.
Hector!
But the precious hours were fleeting, and his search was still in vain.
Before sailing, Mantell and his captain had left word with the harbor master to be on the lookout for a forlorn and friendless Airedale named Hector. But of course, Hector had no way of knowing this. To him, these were merely 3 more men picking up the chase. His own ship nowhere in sight, he leaped aboard the SS Hanley.
Oh, that Hector, he's one heck of a sea dog. Oh, that Hector, the salty stowaway pup.
Here aboard the Hanley, Hector found a new friend, Max Reiner. But still, there are some things that an Airedale can't forget. Such things as faith and loyalty and never-ending devotion. And he wondered about his own ship, the SS Similoa, about his master, First Mate Bill Mantell.
Morning, Tiny. Good morning, Captain.
Bright and chipper this morning?
Yeah, just got word about Hector. Message from the Hanley.
Ah?
Yeah, I have it all worked out with him. As soon as they get to Barcelona, they're going to air freight him to Port Said. By the time we get there, old Hector boy will be there waiting for me.
By George, do you realize this is the first time she's joined me for breakfast since you brought that dog aboard? At least you don't miss Hector, do you, eh?
Meanwhile, on her way to Barcelona, the SS Hanley was nudging in for a brief stop at Spain's jewel-like island of Mallorca.
Hey, Hector. That belongs to the captain. Up there.
Well, you're bringing me my paper, eh? That's a good start. Never seen so many police and customs men in my life. Wonder what's up? Well, here's the answer here, I guess. They've got the whole island sealed off. Some kind of jewel robbery.
Remember, don't forget to turn the film.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
How come you want to start taking pictures all of a sudden?
Well, I watched this guy in Lisbon, and he seemed to be getting quite a kick out of it. You'd be surprised how many gals want to have their picture taken with old Hector. Seems to have quite a way with him. And, of course, if you happen to be right there with the camera. Yeah. Hey, old boy. Want to go into town? Scrape off some of the barnacles? Yeah.
Have a good time.
Hey, Duke. The one with the dog. Sure fits the description. Not here.
Thanks. Doesn't look like our day, old boy.
Hector's heart beat faster when he saw the ships and men. Perhaps he'd find his master and they'd be together again. He'd search Mallorca harbor, he'd look from stem to stern, but Ryder wouldn't let him, as Hector soon would learn.
Where do you think you're going, huh? Listen, I've gone way out of my way, you know, to make sure that you get home. Well, I think you could do a little bit for me. Yeah. Not try to squirm out of it. Hello, boy. Well, things are looking up.
Very nice dog you got there, friend.
A very nice dog.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind.
You're Reiner, aren't you? Max Reiner?
Yeah? Why?
Shipped on a Holyoke a few years back.
What do you want?
An old friend of yours would like very much to see you.
What old friend?
You'll know him when you see him.
Suppose I don't want to see him.
I don't think that would be very wise of you, friend. Hey, no. Keep your eyes on the road.
had a hunch it might be you.
Oh. It's good of you to come.
I didn't have much choice.
I assume he's housebreaking.
Mm-hmm. And a lot smarter than these two put together.
But they're very useful. Reiner, there's a slight favor that you can do me.
Oh, no. You're not getting me mixed up in anything.
I think you'll be interested.
I haven't forgotten that last affair.
Yes, that did turn out rather unfortunately, didn't it? I've been waiting for an opportunity to make it up to you.
Just don't bother.
Then when I heard that you were among the crew of the Handley, well, I thought here was my chance.
Now, listen, Benton, I'm not asking for anything. I've made my own mistakes. I served my time. Let's just leave it at that. And as far as I'm concerned, you can take your stinking little deal. What is that? What are you doing?
The 7 months' work here. 7 months it took us to get them, and there was just one little thing that we didn't anticipate.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
It was just that the Countess returned to her villa one day early before anyone expected her.
Including you.
Another 24 hours before she reported it to the police, and we would have had it safely to the mainland.
What do you think they're worth? Exactly the way they are.
Hardly a shilling. We have to get them to the mainland. We have to get them recut before we dare show them to anybody.
And you figured to make me your pigeon.
What would you say to £1,000 cash in advance?
Jeopardize my parole for £1,000? You think a lot more of your money than you do of my neck. You want to drive us down the hill, or we call a cab?
Oh, wait a minute. 1,500.
Of course, we could walk if worse comes to worse.
I haven't quibbled with you. Here's £2,500. That's the very last possible shilling that I can offer you.
Well, it's times like this when I wish I hadn't promised my old mother I'd go straight. Wouldn't work. No. No, with my record, I wouldn't stand a chance.
Have a lot more chance than any of us. They're really screening people who've been here several months.
Yeah, a fella telling me this morning, planes held up 2-3 hours time they go through everybody's stuff. Even stopping private yachts.
Yeah, supposed to have stopped some poor guy on a surfboard. Made him get off while they give it the once-over.
Things are getting a little tight with the police right on our heels.
Well, it's not that I couldn't use the money, but... No. No, life's too short. Of course, Hector might get away with it. Then it wouldn't be my responsibility.
Look, we don't want the whole world in on this. I shall want to know a little bit more about this chap, Hector.
Oh, he's reliable and hasn't got a record. And I can promise you one thing, he'll never talk.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Oh, no, I can guarantee that. He never has. In fact, he can't.
I knew a guy once. Wordless Willie.
You say this chap Hector is on your ship with you and he has no record?
None that I know of. Customs men never question him. They just let him come and go as he pleases.
Well, that's odd. Unless he has diplomatic immunity. This Hector... What's his name? Hector what?
Oh, let's get one thing straight first. I want no part of the deal. I don't even want to touch those things.
That's up to you.
But It does seem to me like you could slip me a few extra quid just for arranging the deal, you know.
All right, I might go another 500.
Might go another 2,500. It's no dice.
1,000, that's the limit.
Well, you said yourself that they're hardly worth anything to you here. And I know what they're worth to you on the mainland. All right. I'll make it 1,500, just for old time's sake.
Hey? Won't haggle? I'll bring this chap Hector here so I can talk to him.
That's the deal, then. A total of 4,000 pounds cash in advance.
That's the deal.
Gentlemen, meet Hector.
Hey, ain't that cute? The way he wants to shake hands?
Reiner, I don't like people who play games with me.
No. Look, I've seen it 100 times. They search a whole ship and a crew, but they never even bother with the ship's mascot. He just trots on and off as happy as you please.
Just what have you got on your mind?
Well, I thought you could sew the diamonds in the collar.
That's not a bad idea.
You can give me the money. I'll handle Hector's share. The rest of the deal is strictly between you and him.
That should do it, Mr. Benton.
Be sure it's well fastened.
He likes me. He really does. He likes me.
Duke, I want you and Adolf down at the wharf. Be sure he's on the ship before it leaves. Then you can both catch the night train to Barcelona and be waiting at the dockside to greet him when the ship arrives.
Right, boss. Well, wouldn't it be better if they weren't waiting for me on the wharf? I mean, right under the nose of customs? Maybe Hector and I could meet him uptown someplace. Less likely to arouse suspicion.
I like it better my way.
Well, we're both loaded, aren't we, old boy? Nobody's going to bother about you. I'd just as soon not have to explain how I came into so much money. Right? Yeah. Seemed to list a little bit to starboard. Don't you think it could stand another 100 pounds over here?
I'll let you have 100 pounds, old boy. Put on a rope around your neck if anything happens to our little shipment. Good luck.
Listen, can't you turn that thing down or turn it off? Let's play poker. I can't even hear myself think.
I'm sorry. It is just reported the police. So they will find where the stolen diamonds. They have the clue.
Oh, well, in that case, leave it on. Let's see what they have to say.
It's not important. Tomorrow I read about it in the newspapers. 2 cards.
Oh, it's getting stuffy in here anyhow. I think I'll go up on deck and get a little breath of fresh air. Just thought I'd stick my neck in, see how everything was with you.
Oh, I can't complain.
You mean there's nothing new or exciting? In the way of news, I mean.
No, same old routine. Oh, except there came close to being a hole in the ceiling right about where you're standing.
Oh?
Yeah, the old man. Nearly went through the roof when he found out we're in for a customs search.
A customs search? Well, how come that?
Oh, it had something to do with this jewel robbery back in Mallorca. Apparently they're on the trail of something. Think they've smuggled the diamonds off the island.
What makes them think that? They don't figure they're on our ship.
You should have heard the old man. 25 years at sea and never before been accused of carrying contraband.
Well, there must be a reason why they suspect our ship.
I suppose so. They didn't tip off too much.
Yeah. Well, if you hear anything more exciting, let me know, huh? Good evening, Captain.
Oh, Reiner.
Hector?
Looking for you. You took this dog ashore, back in Mallorca.
Yes, sir.
Well, I've just been looking at his collar here. I don't see any license tag. Anybody question it?
No, sir.
Well, I was just hoping we wouldn't get fouled up in red tape over something like that.
Oh, no.
Got to get him on a plane for Port Said. Don't we, fella?
Yes, sir. Hear that, Hector? Gonna get you on a plane for Port Said.
Hector knew his collar felt a little tight, but he didn't know why Reiner watched him day and night. Barcelona harbor with Columbus looking down would long remember what took place when Hector sailed to town.
Bueno, pues, que nadie desembarque. Fíxese en la tripulación. Estén atentos si alguien parece nervioso. Venga, vamos a darle un vistazo en la galera. Aseguren la cubierta antes y después vamos abajo.
There he is. Yeah.
Don't be worried, Hector. I'm not.
Thank you.
I am sorry, senor. We must ask you a few questions.
Police are wise to something. Maybe we shouldn't be here.
Welcome to Barcelona. Hector?
That's not very polite, old fella. He just wants to get out and stretch his legs.
This will not take too long. I am sorry, senor. We will have to ask you to step over here for a few moments.
We better go. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's all right. You can bring him in, too.
But you did leave the ship in Mallorca. Oh, I already told you. I went to a cafe, I had a drink, and then I went back to the ship.
This took you approximately 4 hours.
Oh, so I'm a slow drinker.
I should think, Mr. Reiner, with your record, you try to cooperate.
I am, but you keep on killing me.
When did you sign on about the handling?
December last year.
How did you keep in touch?
Oh, what do you mean keep in touch?
Oh, come now. You couldn't have had all this time out wait last December?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You are never smart enough to quit, are you? You always have to come back. Try just one more job,
No,
eh?
look, I'm telling you, I quit years ago. I promised my old mother I'd never get mixed up with that kind of thing again.
I'm sorry, senor.
Here, boy. Come back here.
I will get him.
No, that's all right. Let him go. He won't run off.
We've cleared everybody else who's going ashore right now.
Well, then I guess I'm free to go.
I'll take the jacket, senor. Let's open a few seams. Take out the padding.
Hey, he's still got his collar on. Maybe they didn't find nothing.
Could be a trap. Maybe they just want to see who tries to grab him.
Yeah.
You go out there toward him, and I'll watch.
Why don't you go out there and I'll watch? Here, Hector. Nice doggy. Come on. Nice doggy.
You, senor. Is that your dog?
Mine? Oh, no. I was just walking along the wharf.
Whoever owns him, I wish they would tie him up. He might get hurt around here.
Oh, yes.
I know money is becoming less valuable every day, senor. But I did not realize it was being used for shoulder padding.
Well, now you know the whole story of my life. Unlucky at love, but lucky at cards. I won it.
Then why do you hide it like this?
Well, I didn't want one of my shipmates to borrow it some night while I was asleep.
Those diamonds are somewhere, senor. Right now, I think you know where. But before we are finished, we will know too. We'll find them just as surely as we found the money you were paid to smuggle them ashore. Cute. Now, Mr. Reiner.
Easy.
Somehow, Hector had known it would be like this. He would look and look, and then he would find his master. Whoops. Sorry.
Why don't you tell us? You know we're going to find out. When did you make contact?
No, wait a minute. Listen, you guys got me all wrong.
Mr. Reiner, You are on parole, is that right?
Yes, sir. But that's no reason to think that
And you will prefer to explain about the money to the officer of your parole?
No. Now, wait a minute.
We had waited, senor. And from you, we got nothing that makes sense.
I swear to you, on my honor, I never even touched the stuff.
Take him down, lock him up. Make out the papers.
No, hold on. What if I tell you everything I know? Will you let me off? As much as you can.
We can promise nothing, senor.
At least, can you keep my name out of the papers? Or spell it wrong or something? See, my poor old mother.
Well, we'll do what we can. Now, where are the diamonds? Do you have them?
But I know who does.
Who?
Hector.
Hector? Who's Hector?
Oh, he was here just a minute ago, scratching on the window.
You don't mean... Not the dog.
They're sewed into his collar.
A ver, jefatura de policía, pronto.
You've got to believe me. I had nothing to do with it.
Sí, noticias muy importantes.
I just happened to be on the same ship, that's all.
Pronto. No pierdan tiempo. Enseguida. Muy importante.
Get him this time.
Make like a tourist.
Raza Terrier, marrón y negro, lleva en el collar joyas de contrabando. Se llama Héctor. Lleva en el collar joyas de contrabando muy importantes.
Vámonos.
Atención todos los coches patrulla. Busca y ocupación de un perro, raza Terrier. Se llama Héctor.
Stop him! Somebody stop the dog!
Mira, el perro. Vamos a dar la vuelta por esto.
Stop him! Somebody stop the dog!
Finally.
Thanks, mister.
What happened to Hector?
There! Quick, follow that truck!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Adolf, we don't need the dog. All we need is the collar. Shoot him.
I can't do it.
Now's your chance. Shoot him.
Look at him. I can't shoot him. He's a dog. Poor little guy. I never shot a dog. Never in my whole life.
Well, what about the men you shot?
That's different.
Adolf, from here you can hit him real easy. Now, I told you, shoot him.
I can't. Not to a dog. And look at him. He ain't even armed.
Chicken liver, imbecile.
Policía, aquí hay dos hombres tirando sobre un perro.
En la Plaza de Toros.
¿De qué color?
Marrón Arendel.
¿Dónde? Plaza de Toros Monumental. Sí, señor.
Inspector, el perro que se sospecha ser esto está en la Plaza de Toros Monumental. Parece ser que hay dos hombres disparándole.
Comuníquese con todos los coches de patrulla.
Bien.
I think we found the dog if somebody doesn't shoot him before we get there.
Shoot him? But who? Oh, no. You gotta let me go with you. It's my fault. He'll come to me if I call him. Please.
Let's go.
Atención, coches patrulla. Atención, coches patrulla. Atención, todos los coches patrulla. Diríjanse urgentemente a la Plaza de Toros Monumental.
Just like shooting ducks in a rain barrel. What'd you do that for?
That's my gun. Ain't nobody gonna shoot a dog with my gun.
You stupid ape. All right. We can still get him.
Dude, I'll get the collar. He likes me. Nice, doggy. I'm your friend.
remember? And we don't want nothing but just your collar. Really? Wait a minute. I know how to take care of him.
Senores, over here, please. Hurry! Hurry! Hey, Toro. Toro. Aquí, Toro. Aquí. Un momento, señor. Toro, aquí. Aquí, Toro, aquí.
He's still got the collar.
Hi, Hector.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you. Yeah. What's the matter, boy? Huh? And I still say it. He's smarter than the two of you put together.
One more, please. Thank you.
We are very indebted to this dog, and we assume the responsibility of seeing that he's returned to his master safely. Now, Sergeant.
So long, Hector. Thanks, Inspector. I sure appreciate you keeping my name out of all this.
Out of respect for your own mother, I do it. Plus the fact, senor, that nobody even asked about you.
Come in.
You wanted me, Captain?
I've got some news for you, Mantell. It's about your dog.
Hector, what about him?
I'm afraid he won't be waiting for you when we get to port side.
Nothing's happened to him.
Apparently, there's been a bit happened to him. Got mixed up with some jewel thieves in Mallorca.
Jewel thieves?
Oh, it's all right. Turns out he was working on the side of the law. Helped the police in Barcelona. Had his picture spread all over the front page of this morning's paper.
Really? But wait a minute. Why can't they still send him to port side?
Why, he's a celebrity now, not just an ordinary dog. That's bound to change a lot of things. People are so silly, aren't they, Emily? All the fuss they make over dogs.
Captain.
Hmm?
Where is Hector now?
Oh, they wanted to take him on a special tour, so I told them to go ahead. I felt sure you wouldn't mind.
What? Why didn't you ask me?
Better see what that's all about.
One heck of a sea dog. Hooray for Hector, the salty sailor.
got there, huh? Look at that.
Welcome back, old boy. You didn't ask me where they planned to take him on tour, hmm?